What up? Welcome to the DFS Cheat Sheet YouTube channel. I'm going to do a video for the next 7 days with minus Sunday. Sunday's an NFL slate. We take off NBA, look to hit NBA Monday through Saturday. So I'm going to do a video that's going to be a tournament video, tournament core plays. This is typically in the member only section and will be in the member only section starting next week. So if you like this video, make sure you do a couple things. One, make sure you subscribe to our channel so that you can get updated when we go live on the channel as well. And go ahead and hit that like as well for us. So let's get right into tonight's slate. Very obvious plays from a tournament standpoint and popularity with the New Orleans and Houston game. That comes in at the highest over-under on the slate at 230. Houston's -8 in this one. Denver is at the Clippers. That's the second highest implied total at 226. Milwaukee is at Charlotte. Milwaukee is favored by 3, 219.5. That's the third highest implied. People tend to stick in these 3 to 4 games where they pick players from with NBA. And then one of the determining factors would be spread. So getting with the spread, Toronto's -13, hosting Cleveland. The LeBronless Cleveland Cavaliers, they've got Kevin Love, they've got Rodney Hood, they've got Jordan Clarkson. I do not look for this game to be close. On the other side of things, you've got Kawhi Leonard making his regular season debut. The only thing that I could think that's going to be entertaining in this one, maybe you want to watch it to see if Kawhi drops a laugh or two. But this game's not going to be interesting. I don't think it's going to be close. I think they blow them out. There's probably some deep tournament plays in this. There is one play on the Cleveland Cavaliers side that I have as a core piece in this core that I'm going to give to you guys. And then, you look, other interesting spots, Atlanta at the Knicks -3.5, Dallas at Phoenix, 215 total, Phoenix -1. Some very exciting young players in that one, namely Devin Booker, Dennis Smith Jr., DeAndre Ayton, Trevor Ariza making his debut, Ryan Anderson and Trevor Ariza both on that team as well. So let me get into these core picks. The first guy I'm going to go with is in the Atlanta and New York game. Trey Burke starting, $4,900 for starters minutes. If you take a look at the point guard position tonight, there's not a lot of places to pay up. Our player pool in the member area on our website has our full player pool for the position, but not a lot of places to pay up. I'm not really big on Kemba Walker tonight. I'll have some exposure for tournaments. Elfrid Payton is a guy at 6,700 in that New Orleans-Houston game that I think will draw ownership tonight. I'm looking to avoid that situation because I think Drew Holiday is a very good defender. I know Drew Holiday is a shooting guard. He tends to defend point guards. I'm sorry, Chris Paul. Chris Paul on that side of things. Chris Paul is a very good defender. Drew Holiday, by the way, is also a very good defender. But Chris Paul is a very good defender. Elfrid Payton is turnover prone. He can't have a huge game, but I think he's going to draw ownership tonight and be over-owned. Trey Burke, if this was the middle of the season and you're getting a starter who's going to get starters minutes at $4,900, this would be an extreme value play. There's nothing different tonight. I love Trey Burke. Shooting guard position for this core, I'm going with James Harden. James Harden's just too good. This guy, triple-double upside every single time he takes the floor. In a high over-under game where I look for the tempo to be up-paced, there's going to be plenty of touches for Harden and the supporting cast. I look for Harden to get quite a few assists tonight in this one just because I think that he can play a little bit of pick and roll with Clint Capella. Cedi Osman at $4,500 starting. This is their small forward. I like Osman. I think he has he's a very solid borderline pump play, borderline value play. We'll see how it shakes out going forward, but I look for him to play in the 28 to 32-minute range tonight at $4,500. Small forward overall is not a real attractive position. Giannis is really a tournament play with the guys you can spend up on tonight. I think he's more of a contrarian pick. Kawhi Leonard, -13. So I'm not looking to play Kawhi tonight that much. I may have him in just a couple of lineups out of the 150 or 200 lineups that I put in tonight. Not interested in Tyreek Evans. Not interested in paying $7,200 for Kyle Anderson. Batum, triple-double upside. You could look to pivot there as your small forward number one. But overall tonight, I think my plan right now is probably going to be to pay down at the small forward position in both spots. Kick off power forward. Here's two guys that I really like tonight. Obviously, Anthony Davis in the highest implied over under game. I love Anthony Davis. I'm going to put some trust in Anthony Davis and, the rhetoric he went through in the offseason talking about he wants to be in the conversation with LeBron James and Kevin Durant and Steph Curry and all of these guys as the top number one player in the world. He wants to win the MVP this year. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's going to be a lot of talk and rumors around him going to the Lakers this year. Anthony Davis, it feels like he's putting on his own. He's kind of closing off his ears and not listening to any of the talk and saying, I'm going to put the city of New Orleans on my back and I'm going to win an MVP and I'm going to take this team to the next level. So I think he's very hungry and he's out to prove something. So I'm going to give him a chance here and get exposure to Anthony Davis and James Harden in this game. There's value on the board, which allows you to really do that. And then the new scoring system with only taking your top 8 scorers, it also allows you to kind of really punt a minimum value player as well. Next guy is Montrezl Harrell. Look, the Clippers are in the second highest implied total against Denver. There's no Wilson Chandler anymore for Denver. You start looking at, who does Denver have coming off their bench that's going to really rebound the basketball. Trey Lyles is an active player. But other than that, I look for Harrell to have a monster night tonight. And from a monster night, I'm talking about, 8 points, 8 rebounds at $3,800, in 20, 22, 23 minutes. So I love Harrell. I think he's an extreme value play. He allows you to, pair him up with Anthony Davis. And then this core, you've got $5,600 to really spread around. You can really go up at some, probably at one more spot and get a couple of a mid-range player. Just to give you another play, a guy that I like tonight who's starting in this same game, if you want to start stacking this game up, is James Ennis at 3,500. I think he's a really solid play. At the point guard position, places that I'm looking tonight, if you want to go down here and try to pay up at center, or even a second shooting guard, another guy that I really like a lot at shooting guard is Karis LeVert. I think that this Detroit and Brooklyn game is going to get up and down the floor. Said last night on our video, our preview video, that this was a 108 game, I believe, just a week ago in preseason. Karis LeVert almost drops a triple-double in that game. I love Karis LeVert at 6,000, so you could add him in there, add an Ennis in there, and then you've got a lot of room to go up at point guard and to go up at your center spot. So I'm giving you a few extra bonus of kind of how I'm building lineups tonight, to give you an idea of how this is going. So you got $6,600 if you want to, kind of complete this lineup. A guy that I like as well tonight, I think D'Angelo Russell has a pretty good game. I like that game. But Dennis Smith Jr. is the guy that I'm looking to play tonight. And then, we can move over to center. And a guy I like at center tonight actually would give me room to pay up at the pump position. But I like Willie Hernan Gomez. He's in the player pool. Kyle O'Quinn is gone. Enes Kanter's a starter. So, you've got that Kyle O'Quinn. You can look at Kyle O'Quinn and see what, if you want to take a gamble with O'Quinn in that Indiana rotation tonight and see what happens there. But, there's places to go. There's places, things you can do with this core. So, again, Burke, Harden, Osman, Davis, and Harrell. That's my tournament core for tonight. I will have this in some bigger tournaments. Probably have it in the $33 for sure a few times. Probably have it multiple times in this $4.44 tournament. NBA's back. Get excited about it. If you are not a member on our site already, at the very minimum, go to our site, sign up for a 7-day trial. There's all kinds of content we're producing. We've got a full optimizer. You can run 150 lineups in seconds, build a core out, generate 150 lineups, bulk save them, grab the CSV file, go dump them into a contest on FanDuel. Even if it's the 25-cent contest and you want to just have some fun playing 150 lineups, $37.50 is a fun night. So hop on the website. There's absolutely no reason not to sign up for a free trial. You have nothing to lose. And like I said, we'll do this video for you for free for the next 5 to 7 days. We won't do one on Sunday, but I'll bring you my tournament core plays, and then you'll have to become a member to get those going forward after that. So have a good night. I hope you guys have a profitable night. Keep it cashing, and we'll talk to you guys later.